So I'm going to guess that when I first showed you the scratches on this canvas, I only had this line in, and I had these shapes in, roughly. Not up here, but just this one line of what is now foreground rock. I'm going to guess that you thought it was possible that these were going to be distant mountains. That's changed, of course. Now I've put a tree line in, and that tree line has changed quite a bit since the last video. It's going to continue to change. The motion in the sky is going to change as well. Okay, so anyway, I'm not going to go on about that, because you will see that as it goes on. So what we'll do is, right now, I'm just going to, whoops, I shouldn't get too close, I guess. I'm just going to focus in on this tree, one tree at a time. These will be the most important trees. I'm not happy with this one. And as I keep playing with charcoal, it gets dirtier and dirtier. What I am going to do though is put in with paint now the tree that I am happy with. Let's see. I'm gonna lay these lines in, hopefully it's okay. I've mixed up some ultramarine blue and burnt sienna. Yeah, and I'm using a fairly small brush, but for this tree I'd like to get the details at least reasonable. At least reasonably accurate. And once I've done the underpainting on this single tree, I'm still not going to be happy about it. But that's okay. It'll be closer than the charcoal drawing that I had in place. That's all I'm after. Every step brings things a little bit closer. And I thought that I would like to actually, seeing as this is the dominant tree, I'd like to make it kind of interesting. So, you know, this tree's had a rough life. The only trees I'm interested in are the trees that have had a rough life. A lot of wind, poor growing conditions, not many nutrients. And I think what I can do as well is I'm pretty happy with this line of the rock. This big boulder that's in front of everything. So that will again help to establish what this tree is sitting on. That's in shadow. That's mostly in shadow. That's in shadow. Under here is probably in shadow. We'll overlap that line a little bit. I'm going to, what am I going to do? I'm going to, this won't be in, well, no, it won't be in shadow so much, but these are the dead branches that stick out the side of the tree at its base to try to help anchor it. Because that tree knows, oh, I'm in a rough spot, you know, I'm just a young thing. That tree may only be 20 feet high, but the conditions are so rough that it has a lot of character. Okay, more or less, that's the shape of the tree. Now let's take this mixture of ultramarine blue and burnt sienna and add a little bit of yellow ochre to it. The camera might pick up the color. I think the camera does pick up the color change. When it's dry, you will certainly see the color change. And because this tree is so important, I'm spending a lot of time on it. You know, most of the other trees as well. I will spend significant time, but not as much as this one. This is the primary one. This will be the secondary one, but look at this shape. It's not good enough. I'm not worried about that right now. Okay, a little more yellow ochre, a little more paint thinner, a little more, well, turpentine. And I'm tempted to dirty up another brush right now, but I'm not going to do that. Because this is all I'm going to show you right now. By the time we speak again, or by the time you see another video, I will have possibly the entire line of trees in. I don't know, we'll see. Okay. Now, bit of trunk showing here, bit of trunk showing there. Now I'm going to put a dab of mostly burnt sienna in there, because that'll be the base color for those trunks, for these bits of trunk to show. These colors will also be down here, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. Okay, I have some spine issues, and I've been doing a lot of laying down, which is why this is all I'm presenting for you today. But there is the importance, hey, like this and this. Here, let me back the camera out a little bit. These shapes on this tree supported by the trees around it, which are less important, but this shape and the structure of this rock here, and partly this one and then diminishing over to the right, that's the concrete of the painting. That's the foundation. It has to be good. Got to spend time thinking about it. Got to do it right. It's a landscape. I know that the tendency is to go, oh, well, I'll just put in some rocks and then I'll do, you know, often I've seen people, oh, I'll lay a tree in here and a tree in there quickly. Well, what you end up with is well, a lot of mediocrity, because it shows that you haven't paid attention at least to your focal area. The reason I'm paying, again, more attention to this is because I've laid in such dark paint, it's going to set against the greatest light in the sky, which will be here, the greatest light in the rock will be here. That although this tree is very close to center, you know, that's dead center basically. But it spreads out the focal area, you know, focal point, maybe here or here. Actually, I think it's more likely to be in here somewhere. So we're pulling things to the left. Anyway, trying to make it dramatic. It's a start. This is going to be a slow one. I'm just only spending a few hours a day playing with paintings. Not even a few hours actually, just little bits here and there. Anyway, there it is for now. We'll talk to you soon. I know it's not much, but it's better than nothing. I'll just zoom in here. Those shapes have to be interesting. There's just no way around it. Okay, see you soon.